Hello and welcome back to Spirit Mom. Today it's Spirit School. We're going to be continuing on with the archetypes, and today we're going to dive into the prostitute. Yesterday we started out with the child in our archetypes, and we learned about the archetypes and how they are the governing patterns of us, of our personality. They lay out our destinies. So learning about your archetypes is learning about yourself. Healing is important to move on from our past, but to understand our future and our purpose, that is the archetypes. You will have 12 of them. 8 of them will be unique to you, while the other 4 are for survival reasons, and we all have them. They are the prostitute, the child, the victim, and the saboteur. Yesterday, like I said, we discussed the child. Today, prostitute. What? I'm not a prostitute. How dare you? I'm sorry, but you are. And here's why. Have you ever compromised your integrity? Have you ever sold out your own ideals? Have you ever done something you didn't want to do? Have you ever knowingly leveraged something you could do for someone else to get what you wanted? Being the prostitute doesn't just refer to sex for money. It refers to our integrity. Anytime we have ever done something we didn't want to do to get something we wanted, we have engaged the prostitute archetype. That wanting of something doesn't have to be money or an item. It could just be wanting to not get yelled at, wanting something done in return. Wanted some emotion out of a person, wanted love, any kind of emotion even. You wanted something, anything you compromise your own integrity to get is prostitution. When you sell out on your values or on your creative intent, you have prostituted. You don't just have to sell your body, you can also sell your mind. Anything about you, anything. Knowing this does not mean you have to try to get rid of the prostitute, because you can't. Those 4 are permanent. What you have to do is consciously look at them though. See those instincts for what they are. It's a survival mechanism. It does have a place within us for a reason. It isn't a mistake, but it should be evaluated accurately and monitored. This can help you have a more honest relationship with yourself. Getting to know your archetypes will be like getting to know the real you for the very first time. These are deep and profound. Why do you have to have kids but your sister doesn't? Because you have the mother and she doesn't, or vice versa. Why don't your friends go to the rallies or care about the causes that you do? Like, where's that disconnect? They could have the advocate and you don't, or vice versa. Why does your one friend have to wait for her husband to fix everything while you fix all your household items yourself? Because she's probably a damsel and you're not. Why does your mother obsess over fashion and you just care if you look presentable or not? Because she's the fashionista. That one's a new one. And you don't. Or again, vice versa. Maybe you are the one that likes fashion and she doesn't. You know, these things, knowing your archetypes will help you understand why you vibe with certain people and not others. It explains why your husband or father or wife or mother always lets you down, because one of your archetypes isn't aligned with one of theirs. These archetypes are deep wells of knowledge that everybody should be exploring. I'll attach a link below to a website that has a test on it to get you started on discovering your unique archetypes. But as a little exercise, you could just think of all the books and the movies that you know about and pick out all these different archetypes. It's why certain actors work in certain roles when others don't, because they are an archetype, like John Wayne. Hello, cowboy. You know what I mean? There's archetypes that these people often fit in, and you have chameleon actors, they're a whole different bag of bones, but for the most part, there's an archetype and they always fit in it. And if they play a different role, we don't even like to watch them in that role because they're not that role. Like who wants to watch Ryan Reynolds not be funny? He's Ryan Reynolds, he's the comedian, he's hilarious. we love watching him be that guy. That's his thing, right? And we also have these things, and we can discover what ours are. What are the steps we're already walking in life? Because once you learn and accept it, you can start to put it out there to the world and be a happier version of you. Like, I know it's silly, but I went to school for journalism, but I also have the mother, and I also wanted to be a mom. So and I also used to want to be an actress, and those things didn't jive with being a mom. They counteracted. I wanted to devote my life to my children, but then I also felt this place of emptiness, this hollow spot that I just couldn't fill. And learning about archetypes showed me that I have the entertainer, I want to entertain, but I also have the journalist, I want to inform people. But I also have the mother, and I'm a stay-at-home mom. I need to be with my kids. They are everything to me. They are the most important thing. So I line up my life in that order. So here I am doing the show, hopefully entertaining you and bringing you information. And it's something I can do while still being a stay-at-home mom. And luckily, one of my archetypes don't include making a lot of money. So it works great. So tomorrow we're going to discuss the saboteur, another one of those permanent 4 that we all have. So mind your integrity, people. Goodbye for now, Spirit Mom.